And we're live here with the evening game, the 13th game of the World Series here. We've got Taoyuan City, Taiwan versus Youngstown, Ohio. And we've got H. Lee at the plate. We've got a runner on first base, T. Tien. Pitching for Youngstown, Ronnie Harper. Strike by Ronnie Harper. Ronnie Harper's dad was here earlier, ambassador from Youngstown, Ohio, close to PA, right there on the somewhere close to Pittsburgh. And so runners running from first. Nice hard throw by the catcher, and he safe at second. Stolen base by T-Tien with Taoyuan City, Taiwan. And story about Ronnie Harper, his dad was here with us, sharing some insight about Youngstown, Ohio, and the trip they made to Laredo, Texas, and how they got here through their zone championship, playing some hard competition. Ronnie Harper now winding up. Hard shot to shortstop. Good throw to first, out at first, and that ends the inning. No runs scored by Taoyuan City, Taiwan. Youngstown coming down to, coming up to bat at the bottom of the first.
Ohio, no stranger to high caliber baseball, I'm going to tell you.
That's right. They've brought some great teams. Oh, we got a little light coming in here. I don't know how that's going to affect our cameras, but it certainly woke me up. Let there be light, and there they came. So it's fantastic. And so we've had the pleasure of having someone from Youngstown tell us a little bit about their fair city. So we're hoping that we might have somebody out in the audience who's watching us here on YouTube. We've got a live chat going. So if you want to send us some comments, let us shout out your name and your student athlete's name. We can do that here from our press box, broadcasting live from Veterans Field. My co-broadcaster, my sidekick for the day, Jesus Chuy Olivares, former city manager of City Laredo, athlete extraordinaire from Eagle Pass, Texas.
I tell you, Councilmember, also, if there's anybody out there that's listening to us from Taipei and Taiwan that's out there in the audience that might want to come up and share some information with us also.
That would be fantastic. We've had somebody come up here from Covina, California. We had some folks from Mexico come share about their great city of Nogales, Sonora, Mexico, across from Nogales, Arizona. And so we'd love to have somebody from Taiwan, from Taoyuan City, come up here. I know Leilene is a great friend of ours, and she brings a big contingent from San Antonio to come and watch the game. And so
Leilene.
That's right. So now we're ready for some baseball here. We've got P. Lin.
Got a little sidewinder pitching.
That's right. P. Lin pitching for Taiwan, and Mr. Lin doing an exceptional job sidewinding in there. Foul ball. And we're waiting for a lineup here from the folks over in Youngstown. Okay. So we've got Wiesen at the plate, C. Wiesen. And I think we had an old roster here from them before, so we maybe get their names up here. Strikeout by P. Lin for the first out in the bottom of the first. We just got started. Marissa Harper watching from home there in Youngstown. Grounder to first. Toss back to the pitcher and out at first for out number 2. Taiwan's pitcher, P. Lin, covering first base. Nice hard shot to first base, picked up by The first baseman, Jay Chen. Now we've got number, let's see, who's at the plate here for Youngstown? Jay Roth. And a strike.
Very interesting pitcher.
Right, his mechanics are interesting. He's got a big sidewind to him.
Yeah. He has what you call a pause windup, and which could be detrimental to the batter because of the way they anticipate that ball coming in.
All right, and he throws another strike. So what do we got here on the count? I see 2 outs so far, bottom of the first. 0-0 the score. Nobody on. And so we've got a 2-1 count so far. 2 outs. And we've got a nice shot in between center field and right field. Runners headed to second. Nice hard throw. Double play. That's a double for the batter, G. Miller from Youngstown, who was able to get that ball wedged over between center field and left field.
Right in the gap.
Right in the gap of right field and center field. And all of a sudden, I see our scoreboard just went blank out in the end. I think Hector may have restarted the board there, scaring the daylights out of us. Thought our power had gone out, but we're good. We're still streaming live from Veterans Field in Laredo, Texas, right on the edge of the border with Mexico. High ball hit out towards left field. Left fielder's got the foul ball, picked it up, to retire the side.
Hey, Captain, remember you mentioned that we're here right on the border. Well, you can see the Mexico-Texas border all the way from El Paso to Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
But in Laredo, Texas, is where the World Series is taking place.
That's right. Laredo, Texas. It is the largest inland port
In the country.
And for a while there, we were the largest port. We'd overtaken Los Angeles and New York. And, they've got that big strike they had over at Long Beach and kind of held all those ships at bay. And then we were able to kind of sneak by them for a while. But we still remain one of the top 5 customs districts in the entire country. Again, largest inland port. And World Series happening here. Testament to some of the work that's been done by former city council and former city managers. Mr. Chuy Olivares, former city manager of City of Laredo, who is a volunteer with Pony. I'm volunteering to do the play-by-play with them, but my good company, the Liquid Studio Group, is providing the live streaming.
Yes, sir.
And so,
No, I didn't get them.
Ronnie Harper is on the mound for Youngstown, pitching to a batter from Taiwan, number 3. And we'll get some player updates here pretty soon. Right up the middle, right back at the pitcher. Rolls out to center field, throw back in. The shortstop.
Solid hit right up the middle.
Right up the middle, and we've got Taiwan with a runner on first. Number 6 coming to the plate to bat. I believe Jay Chen is now the runner on first base with M10, the batter at the plate. And a slow roller to first. Pitcher picks it up.
Good throw.
Nice backhanded throw to first base. Ronnie Harper securing that out at first base. Tossing to number 12, T. Armstrong. And so, well, as soon as we get our game stream up here, updating here quickly, we'll be able to keep up with the outs, the strikes, the balls. Ronnie Harper throwing a nice strike. Left-hander Ronnie Harper for Youngstown, Ohio. Pitching to the Taiwanese batter, number 6. Well, we looked inside a bit. So that's a ball. We've got a 1 strike, 1 ball. M. Hugh, the batter at the plate right now, number 6 for Taiwan. Ball low and inside. That's a 2-1 count with 1 out. Runner on second. Jay Chen is now over on second base. Advanced over on a fielder's choice. And so we've got bottom of the second. Hard grounder to second as we're at the top of the second inning. 0-0 with Taiwan. M. Hugh sacrificing a grounder to second to advance his runner to third. So we've got Jay Chen now in scoring position on third base for Taiwan. Ronnie Harper pitching for Youngstown. Ball 1 to the batter for Taiwan.
You look at these left-handed pitchers, and they're dangerous. They're, everybody that gets on base at first base is being very cautious with them, especially what happened with the Puerto Rico and Laredo game, where 2 players from Laredo were picked off by a left-handed pitcher.
And that ends the inning for Taiwan. Ronnie Harper getting them safely out of that jam with a runner on third. So we've got folks watching from Youngstown, Ohio. We're hoping that we have some friends over in Taiwan that might be joining us as well. I've got
a big Laredo hello to everybody in Youngstown, Ohio. Hope you all having a great night up there.
And we got a question coming in from our viewers asking if there was some guy named Baldi who used to hit home runs all the time at this field. No, Baldi did not hit any home runs in this field. This is a relatively new field. The small field with a really short fence was where he hit home runs. That's where Baldi was doing all of that work.
I think the fence was like 100 feet?
100 feet. They used a plastic ball. It's a wiffle kind of thing. He's a legend in his own mind. Valdi Guzman.
One of the best baseball players to ever come out of Laredo.
That's absolutely right.
Nixon High School.
Nixon High School, great baseball player. We poke at him all the time because we don't want it to go to his head. He's a former parks director here of City of Laredo. Great all-around guy, retired, but then decided, well, I want to do a little more work, and now works for the school district in the athletics department. Fantastic guy. We like him. If you ever need your lawn cut, Baldi's your guy.
He's the guy. He'll do it for a taco.
He'll do it for a taco. That's right. Baldi, if you're out there, if you're watching, if you're getting roasted by your friends on YouTube and other places, you can always jump in the live chat here. We'll give you a shout out, give you a chance to defend yourself. If not, well, what are friends for?
That's right. I tell you what, Valdi, you know, I'm up here with Councilmember Belmares, and I'm trying to defend you, but I don't think it's going to work.
We got way too much ammo. Your friends are all on YouTube tonight letting us have the kind of information we need. So now we've got P. Lynn back on the mound pitching to D. Kessler from Youngstown. And we've got a 1-2 count, no outs, bottom of the second. Youngstown at bat. D. Kessler batting for Youngstown. P. Lynn pitching for Taiwan. M. Hugh, the catcher. Interesting delivery by P. Lynn's got that pause in his sidewinder movement.
That little pause right there, it's an anticipation for the batter. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, solid shot by D. Kessler right out to. He's trying to go two. He's got it, and he's in. Aggressive base running by D. Kessler to extract a double out of that shot into center field. Exciting shot. He's getting himself a little cleaned up there, handing his coach a piece of equipment that may have come off, and now he is going back to second base here, getting his glove ready. P. Lynn giving up that double. And let's see, who's coming to the bat? Left-hander, left-handed batter number. I can't see the number from here, but it'll come up on my screen in just a second. Thanks to our friends over at Game Changer, doing the game stream for us, adding it to our broadcast here from. And my producer is telling me it's number 12 for Youngstown, Ohio. And if you're watching from Youngstown, Ohio, and you know the roster, give us a hand. Foul ball into the stands. It's T. Armstrong, number 12, that is at the plate. Game Changer, game stream, feeding us the information that we're using. And I've got someone going there. Go Taiwan. Yes, go Taiwan. Thank you for joining us. Let your friends know that we are live from Veterans Field here in Laredo, Texas. They can watch the game, watch their hometown team, Taoyuan City, Taiwan, in the Palomino World Series, Pony Palomino World Series in Laredo, Texas. Oh,
almost hit him.
That's right. Came absolutely close to him inside, and the count is 2-1. 3-1, I'm sorry, to T. Armstrong from Youngstown, Ohio. D. Kessler is at second base after grinding out a double. P. Lynn on the mound, pitching to T. Armstrong. And that's another foul ball. Count 3-2. Catcher M. Hugh.
You gonna need a beverage now?
All right, we've got some friends jumping in from Taiwan.
All right.
Thank you for joining us. Cheer on your home team. And it's a nice chopping ball, the shortstop the first, and we've got our first out on Youngstown.
Pushes his runner to third.
That's right. Oh, somebody's talking about Bernie Kosar from Youngstown, Ohio. All right. Earlier broadcast, we had Orlando Novato, who is a former ball player himself, asking about Brian Sipe. That drew a laugh from everyone, including Ron Harper, Ronnie Harper's dad, who was up here being a great ambassador for Youngstown, sharing some tidbits about Youngstown and how they made their way to Laredo, Texas, beating out some strong competition in their zone. P. Lynn taking the windup. Oh, and a strike thrown to the Youngstown batter number. Oh, I can't see the number from here. Number 8.
It's just like
We've got our feed coming in from Game Changer, coming in remotely, so it takes a little while to get that information up on the board where we can see it.
Number 8.
Number 8. So we got number 8 on there for Youngstown at the plate. M. Syke. M. Syke is at the plate for Youngstown, and he takes a swing.
That little pitcher is creating a little havoc for these batters.
That's right.
They're trying to get that movement, and this little pitcher's really, really doing a number on them.
That's right. So on the abbreviation for Youngstown on Game Changer is YNGT. Abbreviation for Taiwan is TYNC. If you're watching on Game Changer, Game Stream. And I believe it's Youngstown, Ohio, and Taoyuan City, Taiwan. That's how they have them on Game Changer. Foul tip. M. Syke with a count of 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on third. D. Kessler, who had grinded out a double sent into center field, was advanced by sacrifice run. And so we've got a poll that we took earlier here on YouTube, Laredo Pony putting that out, asking who you were cheering for. And from what we can tell on the live stream right now, 58% of the folks are rooting for Taiwan, 42% for Youngstown, Ohio. So you folks over there from Youngstown, Ohio, jump on in there. Let's cheer for your hometown team. Foul tip, M. Syke staying alive, count 2-2. Bottom of the second, 0-0. 1 out, D. Kessler. Runner on third for Youngstown, Ohio. P. Lynn on the mound. And we've got some exciting baseball happening right here. Strike 3 swinging. M. Syke goes down for out number 2.
You can tell the frustration in the Ohio batters. They're trying to figure out this little pitcher that his movement is relieved to home plate. He's got that anticipation wind up where I think it's creating a little havoc for them right now. Trying to get to know him.
Ball 1, the count to the batter, number 7, coming in from for Youngstown. We've got a runner on third. We've got 2 outs right now. Bottom of the second. P. Lin pitching for Taiwan. Throws his first strike, so count is 1-1, 2 outs. Batter for Youngstown is C. Schaefer. P. Lin, we apologize for the delay a little bit as this stuff is coming in from Game Changer, our friends over Game Changer, the game stream, coming in remotely to us. As we continue to broadcast our 5th game today, 13th game of the series. And foul ball going all the way into the grassy area there by first base. And interesting fact, someone says that Youngstown is more famous for football than baseball. I don't know about that. Youngstown is well known in Laredo, Texas. They've made the trip down here quite a few times. Were co-champions a year ago as the game was called due to weather. And they were here a few years back, lost a heartbreaker. And boy, you could see the fire in those kids' eyes. They knew they would be back here someday. And here they are. This is another trip they've made to Laredo, Texas. They keep coming. So may be famous for baseball down here. And it's a high fly ball left field. Left fielder's underneath it. And
he loses it.
He lost it in
Lost it in the lights.
Lost it in the lights. So runner scores. D. Kessler crosses the plate. Double by C. Schaefer. He's out now he's over on second base, and we've got D. Kessler crossing over and scoring a run. Youngstown takes the lead 1-0 over Taiwan with 2 outs, bottom of the second. C. Schaefer with a double, stand-up double. The ball was lost in the lights to the left fielder C. Chan, who appeared to be under it, and all of a sudden averted his eyes, and the ball dropped about 10 feet behind him, so he lost it in the lights. No question. Elwood, let's see, it's Elwood Rick from Youngstown, rooting on his team. Thank you for joining us. We keep gaining more and more folks watching. We've got folks watching from Taiwan as well, so jump on in here and say hello. Let us know a little bit about your player, if he's out here, if one of your loved ones is playing, one of your student athletes, niece, nephew, son, down here in Laredo, Texas playing, let us know. We will give you a shout out. We'll give them a shout out. All right, so at the plate now, batting for Youngstown is A. Marcelo. Lin on the mound throws a hard strike to A. Marcelo. Count is 0-1, 2 outs. Runner on scoring position on second base. C. Schaefer, who hit a double into left field, and a foul ball. Count is 0-2 to Marcelo. Lin pitching for Youngstown. I see we've got Ronnie Harper's grandfather out there. Proud of your boy, proud of your son, who was up here as an ambassador for Youngstown, speaking about your community. Did a good job, Ron Harper. Tell us a little bit about Ronnie. And a strikeout. Marcelo goes down swinging. Lin with a fantastic throw.
Yeah, and you can see that frustration growing in those Youngstown batters, trying to figure out the method that this pitcher is delivering the ball. It's driving them a little bit crazy there.
That's right, the mechanics for him. You know, he's got that pause, and then he's a sidewinder, and that delivery just befuddles some of the Youngstown batters. But they've managed to get 3 hits so far in the 2 innings, score a run. D. Kessler crossing the plate after a nice, sharp, high fly ball that got lost in the lights from the catcher, C. Schaefer. And so now we change up here, going with the Youngstown taking the field, and Taiwan coming to the plate. And I see the changes here on my screen from Game Changer. And go Wee Chulo. Your handle says Crazy Pop-Up. I'm assuming that you love Wee Chulo. So congrats. I'm sure you're proud of him. And we've got Let's Go Youngstown. Tyler Kramer, you got this. That's great. Tyler Kammerer. I think I told Chewy earlier I needed to get my glasses checked. I think I need to do that one more time.
Well, I tell you what, we talk about our local supporter, Lin. She does a tremendous job organizing a lot of the welcoming committee for the group from Taiwan. I could see it in their faces on Thursday night when they arrived, how happy they were looking just to see the tremendous amount of people that she had gathered together. Some folks from San Antonio, some folks from Houston, that came down to make sure they supported the team from Taiwan.
That's right. Every year the contingent grows larger, and they've done a fantastic job of promoting their team when they do come and supporting them here with lots of fans. Ronnie Harper on the mound for Youngstown, and we call him Ronnie Harper because his dad Ron Harper was here earlier sharing some information about Youngstown, helping us with the names on the roster. And so we're having a great opportunity. And now somebody's poking at us about Ron Harper, who played for the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan. That's not the same Ron Harper that was sitting up here in the booth with us. Ron Harper Ron Harper was up here crowing about his son Ronnie, who's a pitcher for Youngstown, a left-hander, number 9. We're gonna, for all the folks over at Youngstown, sorry that we're giving Ronnie Harper such talk up, but we had the pleasure of meeting his dad, Ron Harper, who we picked out of the crowd because he was wearing a hat. When I asked him if he was from Youngstown, he said no, he found the hat. He didn't want to come up here and chat with us, but we convinced him, and now we've got a new friend, similar interest, loves to hunt. So just a good guy. We really enjoyed his company and his information about Youngstown.
There's a lot of hunting here in Laredo.
That's right. Chewy's got a big spread out here, and Texas, everything's big. Chewy's got a big ranch out here, and great deer crop.
Richard's got a big ranch.
Richard does too. And so Texas, known for its ranches and its ranchers, but not everybody wears boots and cowboy hats in Texas. That's a myth.
It's a myth.
But by number 4, advancing his runner, he's out at first, but he's got his runner, Kay Wang, who's now on second base.
Beautiful bunt.
Wai Huang was the batter who bunted him over to second base. Exceptional bunt. Perfectly placed. Ronnie Harper coming off the mound to pick up that ball and toss it over to first. Fantastic job. And so now Taiwan has a runner at second. 1 out. Top of the third. With Youngstown leading 1-0. Ronnie Harper on the mound. Si Chen is at the plate. Left-handed batter. Strike by Ronnie Harper. And we've got Kay Huang, who's now on second base, was bunted over by a sacrifice, previous batter, Wai Huang. And Ronnie Harper throwing hard. It's got a 2-1 count, 1 out. Youngstown leading at the top of the third, 1-0. And Joe Roth is not in the game, but and Ty Camera is spelling well. I'm not sure what his spelling is. I'm hoping you guys can help us because on the previous roster, I think it started with a K, but hard to tell. Sometimes these coaches appear to have doctor's handwriting. And ball outside, counts now full count, 3-2, 1 out. Runner on second. Youngstown leading 1-0. Here live from Veterans Field, Laredo, Texas. Oh, and a nice fly ball over to right field, and it's caught. I'm sorry, left field, and it's caught. And he did a nice little spin to get that ball back to the infield and hold the runner at second. So 2 outs now. Runner on second. Youngstown leading 1-0. T10 is now at the plate. And there was a star catcher who's the dad of number 7 from Taiwan. He's a Taiwanese pro baseball player. Si Chen, who was at the plate earlier, flied out. His father was a pro baseball player in Taiwan. Thank you for that information. The genes were passed down certainly to his son, as he's a excellent player here, playing for, number 3, not number 7, number 3, and a forced out at number 1 at first base. Sorry, and we are at the end of the inning for Taiwan, as they've been retired, and Youngstown come to the plate in the bottom of the third. 1 run for Youngstown, 0 for Taiwan.
Yeah, Councilmember, we talk about a lot of baseball being played up there in Ohio. Mm-hmm. And back in 1988, the city of Laredo here, we hosted the Continental Amateur Baseball Association 16 and Under World Series. and we had a team from Euclid, Ohio, that participated in
Euclid,
the tournament
Ohio.
here.
Wow. So we've had you all come down here quite often from all over in Ohio. And so let me make that correction. It was Jay Chen's father, number 3, who was the all-star pro baseball player in Taiwan. And so Kammerer, nickname is TK. So we now know that when he comes up, we're going to call him TK. Easier for us. Recognizable to his Youngstown hometown fans by TK. So that's what we'll use when he comes to the plate. Thank you again for joining us and for giving us that information. We rely on our friends that are watching us live on YouTube for that information and keep us abreast of all the things that are going on in Youngstown as you all are watching the game and cheering on your hometown student athlete. And so P. Lin is back on the mound for Taiwan here at the bottom of the 3rd. Number 4 at the plate for Youngstown. Ball 1, the count. And Weeson is at the plate. Number 4 just hit a nice chopping ball to second base. Out at first.
You know, Councilmember, Youngstown, Ohio has around 60,000 population.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I remember when the city of Laredo was that size.
Was that size, right?
That's right. The city grew by 150,000 in a period of about 5 years. We're now at a little bit over 250,000.
That's right. We really feel like we got an undercount in the census. We thought we'd be closer to 300.
Exactly.
I'm sure we're there. We just weren't counted. Census during COVID. So number 2 at the plate, Joe Roth. Is that right? Is it Joe Roth? No, Jay Roth batting for Youngstown. P. Lin, the pitcher. And so we got, let's see, a count of 2-1, 1 out. Here at the bottom of the 3rd with Joe Roth at the plate. And he's got a nice little pop-up to first base, and it's out. And so that brings the second out to Youngstown. You know, from up here, sometimes the ball coming out of home, off the batter's bat from home plate there just gets lost in this netting that we've got in front of us, and hard to tell. We've got some bright lights behind it, and so I lost that one. I can see how those guys over there in the outfield were struggling with the big lights earlier. Oh, and so we've got a couple of our nice friends that have joined us from the Artificial Intelligence Division. So we get these bots jumping in here, and all of a sudden they start to spam the live chat here. Got a foul ball, and our director is out there knocking them out one at a time and putting them all in timeout. Artificial intelligence. I think they're artificial, but unintelligent.
Unintelligent.
So sorry about that for those folks who maybe saw some of that spam out there. It's not the good spam that you can put with fried eggs, but and the number 10 getting hit by P. Lin on the pitch, G. Miller. G. Miller headed to first base after taking a pitch to the thigh. And so got a shout out from Teresa McCartney for the third base coach, Billy Mack. Billy Mack, third base coach for Youngstown. Now, you folks over in Taiwan, don't be shy. Let us know about your players, and we'll give you a shout out as well. Thank you to the folks over at Youngstown for following us and watching the Laredo Pony channel on YouTube that is broadcasting this game tonight, made possible by the sponsors here in Laredo, Texas, including the school districts, the La Posada Hotel, Loop Top Companies, Advanced Spinal Laredo. Low and outside, a little on the wild side there. Number 5 at the plate, E. Sundgren.
You know, this little young pitcher is throwing some wicked sliders, and they're working around the outside of the plate, keeping these batters at bay.
And that's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. Runner on first. G. Miller, who got hit in the thigh by P. Lin, the pitcher from Taiwan. Left-handed batter E. Sundgren at the plate. And a high fly ball. It's foul ball.
Out of here, though.
It was. Went over the fence, but it was a foul ball. Can't tell if we've got a wind blowing through here, but I don't know if it's blowing in that direction. But we do have a nice breezy night here. I'm sure the temperatures dropped below 105 already, and so we've got a little bit of a cold front here in Laredo.
Anytime it drops under 105, we have a cold front.
I can see people in the stands breaking out their sweaters and jackets because it's no longer 105. I saw a big contingent of the Taiwanese fans here earlier and had a conversation with a couple of them. They're excited about being here, making the return trip to Laredo. Again, big supporters here in Laredo that rally the troops over from San Antonio and Houston to attend the game and cheer on their hometown team. Smash hit past second base. E. Sundgren getting on to first. Runner moves to second. So we've got G. Miller at second. E. Sundgren at first with number 6 coming to the plate. P. Lin still pitching for Taiwan. Bottom of the third. Youngstown leading 1-0 with D. Kessler, who scored a run earlier in the second, now at the plate. D. Kessler crossing the plate after a fly ball got lost in the lights, and C. Chen was unable to see it. So here he is at the plate again, taking a fastball right down the pipe there. Strike one the count for D. Kessler. 2 outs, runners on first and second. D. Kessler at the plate. P. Lin pitching. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 for D. Kessler. Great communication between M. Hugh, catcher, and P. Lin, who is pitching. You can see that they've got a little rhythm going here. Foul ball into the bleachers. D. Kessler staying alive. Well, you know, they say that the call that counts is the one that's made by the guy in the black shirt behind the catcher. But the mechanics sure are interesting for the pitcher P. Lin, who's got that pause when he's making his windup, and then he's a sidearm thrower, side winding, leans his body forward as he brings that arm around. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see what we're talking about here. He's got a interesting mechanics, and the batters, as Chu was
they're
saying,
having a hard time.
Having a hard time guessing it.
And
right?
you know what? If you look at his release, his arm, it's got to be about 3 feet off the ground.
Yep, and he threw it inside that time. So we got a 3-1 count now. With 2 outs, runners on first and second. Youngstown leading Taoyuan City 1-0. Runners moving. Foul ball. Catcher thinks it's in play, and it hits the bleachers out of play. Great effort by M. Hugh, catcher from Taiwan, making the run. Fast off his, out of his stance and racing towards the fence line there. T. Armstrong, number 6, with D. Kessler and E. Sundgren on the on first and second, respectively. Runners running and a strike 3. Gets him swinging. P. Lin getting him out of that jam here in the bottom of the third. So Youngstown maintains its lead 1-0 over Taoyuan City, Taiwan. And we're coming to the top of the fourth with Ron Harper still pitching for Youngstown. First batter, I believe, is going to be H. Lee. Again, thank you to all the folks who are watching from both Taiwan or Houston, San Antonio, where you're watching your Taiwanese team, and those folks from Youngstown, Ohio, some in the Pittsburgh area. Ronnie Harper, dad, who was up here sharing information and stories about Youngstown earlier, and being a great ambassador to for Youngstown to Laredo, and the folks here who he shared information with, was telling us that Pittsburgh, Cleveland, that depends on who you ask, who you root for. But definitely Bernie Kosar fans, not so much Brian Sipe. But we didn't ask about Baker Mayfield, and we're going to leave that sore subject alone. So now coming to the plate is H. Lee with Ron Harper on the mound for Youngstown. The first pitch is he got a nice shot of that.
Boy.
And that one is?
It is foul
ball.
Wow.
H. Lee.
Towering.
Yeah, pounding that ball over to the left, but it went foul. But it got some air under it quickly and was making its way to the parking lot. But it took a little left turn there and was foul. High pitch from Ronnie Harper, count making it 1-1, no outs. Top of the fourth, Youngstown ahead, 1-0. Strike 2 from Ron Harper to H. Lee, number 13. Chopper right back to the pitcher. Throw to first base, gets him. Out number 1 for Taiwan. 1 out. Top of the fourth. Ron Harper on the mound. C. Schaefer, his catcher. Little low. Ball 1 to Jay Chen. Jay Chen, whose dad was a professional baseball player in Taiwan, all-star. Harp keeping these folks honest. Harp was his nickname that his grandfather is using for him. L. Woodrick, proud grandfather. Ronnie Harper pitching for Youngstown. Outside, Jay Chen at the plate for Taiwan.
Let's go Taiwan. We got some folks from Taiwan watching this.
That's right, jumping in here and giving us a shout out. Maybe we can get somebody from the Taiwan delegation up here to give us some information. Chopper to safe with Ron Harper covering first.
He
First baseman coming off the bag, T. Armstrong, to pick up that chopping grounder to first, kind of slowly migrating somewhere between second and first. Picked up by first baseman T. Armstrong, tossed over to Ron Harper, but the runner was safe. Jay Chen speeding down the line to get there. Number 6, M10 at the plate. Ball got past Schaefer. Jay Chen advancing to second on that pass ball. M10 at the plate. Ron Harper on the mound. Youngstown leading 1-0, top of the fourth, against Taoyuan City, Taiwan. Strike from Ronnie Harper to M10. 1-1 count. 1 out. Trainer coming to talk over to the umpire. Coach from Taiwan coming to talk to the umpire as well. Not sure what the discussion's about. Everyone's pointing out towards second base, back to the dugout. Y'all can see the discussion going there right above our little pony sticker there on the screen. M10 still at the plate. Coach and trainer, or coach and manager, rocking back. And runner Jay Chen is coming off the second base, and he's being replaced by a courtesy runner. I believe if that's the proper term for someone who can be substituted for and still remain in the game. Pinch runners, different story. Runner substituted for cannot go back into the game. Pinch runner enters the game for them. That's a little low, and that's a ball 2, I think, if that's the right count here coming over from Game Stream.
They can only do it for the pitcher and catcher.
Yeah, so was he the pitcher or catcher? That's a pinch runner.
Right. Yes, Councilmember, the courtesy runner in the pony rules can only be done for the pitcher and the catcher.
M. Hugh is the catcher. Jay Chen, I believe, was the left fielder. And so if that was Jay Chen that came out, then that was a pitch runner. That's
Catcher. Whoa.
sharp hit right between center and left, rolling all the way to the fence, into the warning track. Cutoff thrown to shortstop. M10 banging out a double. And W. Wang was the runner from second, aggressively running all the way home as that ball hit the left center field wall. Picked up in the warning track by the center fielder, A. Marcelo, tossing it over to D. Kessler, the cutoff. And so we've got a tie game here at the top of the fourth, with Taoyuan City scoring 1 run and Youngstown 1 out. M. Hugh, the catcher, is at the plate. Ronnie Harper is on the mound. Taoyuan City, a city of about 470 square miles, 2.3 million population, and big city. Big city. Thank you for providing us that information. We appreciate that. Handle Smart Rice from Taoyuan City, giving us a little information about Taoyuan and 2.3 million population. M10 on second base after knocking a double into left center all the way to the wall. M. Hugh at the plate. Ronnie Harper on the mound. Little high and outside. I've got a 3-0 count here on my screen with 1 out. M10 on second. M. Hugh at the plate. Ronnie Harper pitching. And he walks the batter. And so we've got M. Hugh on first. M10 on second. Runners at first and second. Ron Harper on the mound. Number 9 coming to the plate. C. Chen is coming to the plate. But he's returned to the dugout, so we're trying to figure out what's happening here. Little discussion. And I believe the one of the coaches is coming to the mound, to the plate to talk to the umpire. Coach from Youngstown having a discussion from his dugout. As the coach for Taiwan approaches the umpire again. It appears there might be a substitution for Si Chen. 12, number 12 coming to the plate. Not Si Chen. This is, as soon as we get that information from our game changer here, we'll know who the batter is. Substituting for, who's been inserted for Si Chen. Ron Harper still on the mound. Little wild and to the outside. Runners on second and first. 1-1. Tie game here. Taiwan City, Youngstown, Ohio. Top of the fourth. Live from Veterans Field, Laredo, Texas. Strike. Ronnie Harper tossing a strike to T. Lou, who has replaced Si Chen at the plate. And another beautiful strike. That ball had some movement.
It sure did. Hung up there, and it just dropped in there for a strike.
Right, the floor went out from under it and just came right into that catcher's glove, and the batter was just watching. Little high and outside, so we've got a 2-2 count with 1 out. 2 runners on base, first and second.
You know, one thing we've noticed in this young man that's pitching, he's got a tremendous curve. He's got a good slider.
Mm-hmm. Checking his runners on first and second there. Nice little move. Keeping them honest. Pitching now to T. Lou. Swing and a miss. Strike
curve.
3. Curve got him. Second out with runners on first and second. 2 outs now. Top of the fourth. Ronnie Harper doing his best to keep them out of scoring. Strike. Swing and a miss. Ron Harper throwing some heat there to K. Huang. And a sharp hit to right field, and there's right fielder E. Sundgren making the catch, ending the inning for the Taiwan City.
This young man, Harper, looked like he got a little bit strong there towards the end, the last 2 batters. He did his job, make sure those runs didn't come in.
Sure did, and he got a little defensive help there from E. Sundgren as that ball kind of hung out there for a little bit and took a nice little turn towards him. And so now we've got a 1-1 game, bottom of the fourth, Taoyuan City, Youngstown, Ohio, live in Laredo, Texas from Veterans Field. Cheering from Taiwan, thank you, Iho Lee, for jumping on and giving your team a quick cheer. P. Lin on the mound here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitcher with a interesting set of mechanics. He's got a little bit of a pause and then a sidewinder, and his hand is about 3 foot off the ground when he makes that delivery. Has kind of kept the Youngstown batters guessing. Although Youngstown has had some good play at the plate. 4 hits so far by Youngstown.
If you're squatting, yes. If you're standing, no.
And so we've got M. Syke walking to the plate, facing P. Lin from Taoyuan City, who is pitching superb game. Taoyuan City versus Youngstown, Ohio, here at the Palomino World Series in Laredo, Texas, Veterans Field. Bottom of the fourth, 1-1. Tie game. And that's the first pitch is a ball to M. Syke. And a strike. 1-1 count to M. Syke. P. Lin, again, with those interesting mechanics, keeping those batters guessing here. Tyler Armstrong. Shot out from Ella Armstrong. And we got a fly ball into left. Caught by C. Chen for the first out. M. Syke flying out to left field. C. Chen grabbing that ball. Number 8 coming to the plate for Youngstown with the 1 out. 1-1, bottom of the fourth. C. Schaefer, the batter, number 8. Little high and to the right there. 2-0 count to C. Schaefer. P. Lin pitching for Taiwan. Strike one. Count now 2-1 to Schaefer. With 1 out. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. See Schaefer trying to defend that plate. Foul ball. Foul tip. 2-2 the count. See Schaefer staying alive. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. We've had some great baseball here all day long, and this is the final game for the night before tomorrow's games. Swing and a miss, strike 3. C. Schaefer striking out. P. Lin throwing a superb inning. A. Marcelo coming to the plate. Marcelo, center fielder for Youngstown. Facing P. Lin, who is doing a phenomenal job on the mound. Number 7, A. Marcelo, center fielder for Youngstown. Inside pitch, ball 1. 2 outs, 1-1, bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count 1-1. 2 outs. A. Marcelo at the plate. And the chopper, foul ball. Over down the third base line. See A. Marcelo shuffling over to first, but foul ball. P. Lin pitching a great inning here. A. Marcelo is battling his way through this, trying to get himself on base. Hopefully start something for Youngstown, Ohio with 2 outs. Another foul ball. Count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're in this part of the world, you can't miss San Antonio. 150 miles north of us here, great city. Lots of folks flock to it. That's ball two to Marcelo. San Antonio is a great city. I know they love everybody who goes there except Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley has had a few controversial moments there in San Antonio.
And they let him know.
That they do. Foul ball, 2-2 the count. A. Marcelo, center fielder, who is battling here at the plate, trying to get on. 2 outs. Well, let's see. We've got number 7. All right, so what my game changer information is telling me is looking a little odd here, so I apologize. Number 7 is getting a substitute runner here. We got a number 3 going, so we're trying to figure out who everybody is. 7 is actually Colton Schaefer, and number 1 is Andrew Marcelo, so it was Schaefer who was battling away here. But my game changer has all sorts of things coming out on it that doesn't look right. So I'm going to follow what's over here because game changer looks to be incorrect to its information. So we will get this corrected shortly. Chopper to third. Throw to first, and that is out, ending the inning. And so we are going to try to get the information coming up from Game Changer to us corrected shortly. Apologize to the folks over at Youngstown. We'll get the names right. Worst case scenario, if I will call the number as I see it, and when I've got a lineup someone sent us here. We're going to try to get this going. So we've got all sorts of good things happening here, and we're going to try to get these names corrected. Apologize to our friends over in Youngstown, Ohio. If you think that's tough, our friends from Taiwan are sending us over messages in Taiwanese. And we're trying to pick that up as well, and we're hoping to get some information here from the Taiwan team as well so that we can get it corrected here.
That one's been kind of hard to figure out, right?
Yeah, that one's been kind of hard to figure out, especially when it's coming over YouTube and our friends over in Taiwan and other places that are sending us their messages in Taiwanese. We are not that gifted, sorry to say. Spanish, English, a little bit of Italian, but Taiwan's not one of the languages I speak or read. So thank you if you guys are helping us out there. I know Smart Rice was one of the handles out there that was giving us some great information. Appreciate that from you. We're going to try to get somebody from Taiwan, from the Taiwan delegation to come join us in a few minutes and maybe talk a little bit about Taoyuan City, Taiwan. And Matty Marcelo, thank you so much. I know now that Andrew Marcelo is number 1, not number 7. That 7 is Colton Schaefer, C. Schaefer. And so we are trying to get all that corrected as soon as we get our Game Changer live stream, game stream coming in correctly. We will update that for you and get those right. Apologize for you, but we do have a roster that we can look at. One of the unfortunate things that happened today is we didn't get rosters. So pretty sure Tyler Kammerer in left field for Youngstown, we believe. We will know that shortly. Game Changer over here has not changed its screen. All right, so we have Taiwan, and oh goodness, here we go. We're going to try to do this, as they say, the hard way. So at the plate is number 4, Huang Young Chen. And if I don't say it right and somebody's out there from Taiwan, you can help us out tremendously. But we have Huang Young Chen at the plate. We're trying to, we've got the trolls back in here. We'll get rid of those guys pretty soon. Number 4, Huang Young Chen, advancing to first on a walk. And then Chen Chi Yu Chen Chi Yu is now coming to the plate, number 7. As the trolls continue to try to do their AI unintelligent spamming of us. There we go, going back to first base, keeping the runner honest. Ronnie Harper tossing it back. Number 7 for Taoyuan City, Taiwan, Chen Chi Yu at the plate. Ronnie Harper on the mound for Youngstown. And he kind of showed bunt, but didn't bunt. And we've got Chen Chi Yu holding his own there at the plate. Ronnie Harper on the mound. And Huang Yung Chan, who is now on first, diving back in safe as Ronnie was trying to pin him down to first base, keep him tight. And let's see. Top of the 5th, scores 1-1. That's correct. Ronnie Harper checking his runner at first base still. Keeping him honest. Number 7 at the plate, Chen Chi Yu. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. Lone outside. 2-1 the count, Chen Chi Yu.
Starting to see some action over here in the Youngstown bullpen.
Oh, we've got some movement out there. Yeah, we've got somebody working. Ronnie Harper tossing back to first, safe. Wang Yung Chan quickly snapping back to first. Ronnie Harper trying to keep him tight to the base. Chen Chi Yu at the plate, number 7. The pitch. And Ronnie Harper walks Chen Chi Yu. And so now we got runners on first and second. Top of the 5th, 1-1, tie game, Taoyuan City, Taiwan, Youngstown, Ohio, with Tien Zhu Che coming to the plate, number 8. Tien Zhu Che. As I continue to learn the names of the Chinese roster here, the Taiwanese roster. I'm sorry, my apologies. Taiwanese roster.
He's received your order.
Oh, yes, we're trying to keep some of the folks that are spamming our live chat here at bay. I apologize for the jumping back and forth as we try to keep them from ruining our chat here. We've got quite a few folks watching us. Apologize for any of those who have seen some of that spam coming over. These are AI bots that get on live chats and channels like this, Facebook and YouTube and others, and just spam away with some artificial unintelligence, as we call it. Ronnie Harper trying to get someone out here. We've got a 2-0 count to number 8, Tien Zhu Che. And that is a ball 3. The count to Tien Zhu Che. Ronnie Harper battling there on the mound. He's got runners on second and first. Score is tied 1-1. Top of the 5th. And he throws a strike. Counts 3-1. Runners on first and second. No outs. Foul tip. And now we've got a full count here, 3-2. Runners on first and second, no outs. Let's see what Ronnie Harper serves up here to Tianzu Chi. Oh, and in the gap between shortstop and third, throw to Holmes. There's a play at home.
Ooh, the throw was in time.
See, Schaefer
Catcher just couldn't hold on to it.
couldn't hold on to it. Great throw by the left fielder. On time, one hop right to the catcher, couldn't hold on to it. And Taiwan scores another round. Runners now at second and third. 2-1 the lead now with Taiwan scoring here at the top of the fifth. Taoyuan City, Taiwan. 2-1 over Youngstown so far. We've got H. Lee, who's now at the plate. Strike one to H. Lee. Ron Harper. Lee Sun Che. I hope I pronounced that right. Spelled Hsunchieh. Lee Sun Che at the plate. Number 13. Ball inside, counts 2-0 to Lee Sun Che. Ronnie Harper throws a strike, swing and a miss. 3-1 the count. Well, looks like the count I have is not accurate. Let's see, what do we got here? Lee Sun Che, Ronnie Harper battling him at the plate here. Foul ball. With runners in scoring position at second and third. Am I right? No outs yet. Looks like we've got no outs yet, so it's runners in scoring position at third and second. Che walked over to first, so we have Lee Sun Che now on first. Bases loaded. No outs. Coach, Youngstown making the trip to the mound.
Looks like we're going to have a change.
We're going to have a change. Ronnie Harper.
He did a great job, I'll tell you what.
Holding him off, absolutely. 4 solid innings pitched. Kept him down to 1 run.
Nice curve. Yeah. He worked the corners real well.
That's right. Prior to this inning, he had held him down to just 1 hit. And so he's doing a fantastic job. Just this inning got away from him a little bit. And so the score now, 2 for Taiwan, 1 for Youngstown, Ohio. We've got a pitching change that's being made. Had a good defensive play there by the left fielder who threw a phenomenal throw out from left field straight to the catcher. One hopped it. Catcher couldn't hold on, or else he would have.
It would have been over.
Right, could have gotten that runner out there at the plate and maintained that 1-1 tie. Tough play there at the plate. We're good. So I'm going to close my mic for just a second. Oh, and so those who are watching, sharp grounder right between first and second, rolls all the way to the outfield, scoring another run for Taiwan. Jay Chen and so now at the plate, we've got number 6, which is Tian Ming Lu. Tian Ming Lu. Tian Ming Lu, I'm sorry, there's an N at the end of there. Like I said, some of the coaches' handwriting could pass for a doctor's handwriting. Little wild high. And we've got runners on all bases. The bases loaded with Tian Ming Loon at the plate. And it appears that number 16, Z Herb, got himself a strikeout here. So we got one down. Bases loaded, and number 2 at the plate, Ming Chi at the plate. The catcher, Ming Chi. One strike to count, one out, bases loaded. Top of the 5th. Foul ball. 0-2 the count. Again, one out. 0-2 the count. Top of the 5th. 3-1 Taiwan leading Youngstown, Ohio. New pitcher on the mound, Z Herb, is pitching for Youngstown, Ohio. And another foul ball by catcher Ming Chi. Z Herb battling for Youngstown, Ohio from the mound. And if he can close the door on Taiwan in this inning here right now with the bases loaded, go a long way to making the night a little better for Youngstown. He's got the bases loaded right now with the catcher Ming Chi at the plate. 0-2 count, one out.
We continue to see activity over in the Youngstown bullpen.
That's right. They've got at least 2 out there. Long foul ball down the first base line, drifting out into the grassy area there by the batting cages. And so we've got a pitch, low and outside. Z Herb got a 1-2 count here, one out, bases loaded. Catcher might have a play here. He's making his way back, and it's into the netting here over the bleachers. Foul ball. Count 1-2. One out. Bases loaded. Ming Chi, the catcher, at the plate. Z Herb on the mound for Youngstown, Ohio. And strike 3. Swing and a miss. Thought that might have been a tip. But it's strike 3. So 2 outs.
He swung and missed it, and catcher dropped it, but the bases are occupied, so he couldn't.
Could advance. So we've got 0 and 2, 2 outs, 1-0 the count, 1-1 the count to the batter. T. Lu, number 12, who is Lu Ting Han. Lu Tung Han at the plate, batting for Taiwan City. Swing and a miss, and strike 3. Ending the inning for Taiwan. Youngstown holding on to us to stranded runners on base, closing that door, not allowing Taiwan to add any more, but they added 2, so they now lead 3-1 over Youngstown. Taoyuan City having a fantastic inning with 4 hits, 2 runs here in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Youngstown, with Wiesen coming to the plate for Taiwan, and P. Lin still on the mound. Again, odd mechanics, but effective as he's managed to hold the powerful Youngstown, Ohio bats to 4 hits and 1 run so far.
Both of these teams are undefeated right now, so the winner of this game will be playing Laredo, Texas.
There we go. The hometown team. And now we've got a name for the pitcher we were calling Z Herb is Zach Herb. So thank you, D. Wiesen, for giving us that information. Zach Herb and Michelle Kammerer, thank you again for keeping us in the know, helping us with those names. And the folks over from Taiwan, thank you so much for understanding. It really is hard to pronounce these Chinese names in English, but we appreciate you guys giving us a pass and helping us get the names right as we continue to call the game for you all. We're glad you're all enjoying it. We sure are having fun bringing it to you. So P. Lin, who is the pitcher, throws a fastball down the middle, but it's hit right down the gap all the way into center field. And that's Clay Wiesen making that drive, getting on to first base. And now we've got Jay Roth coming on. Let's see if we've got the right names here and the right folks.
What number is it? Number 2.
Number 2.
Ty Kramer.
Ty Kammerer is at the plate. Takes a strike 1 from P. Lin. And so at the plate is Ty Kammerer. My screen's showing Jay Roth, but it's Ty Kammerer, number 2. Clay Wiesen on first base with that ground ball that rolled all the way to center field. Ty Kammerer at the plate. 0-1 count. Chopped foul ball. 1-2 the count to Ty Kammerer. Clay Wiesen on first base, stretching his lead just a little bit, trying to get himself in position. Ty Kammerer drives one into center field, and the play is made by T10. By TNT in center field. Fly ball out number 1. Ty Kammerer flying out to center field. So we've got Clay Wiesen still on first base. And now batting Gavin Miller. Gavin Miller for Youngstown, Ohio at the plate. P. Lin still the pitcher for Taiwan. There goes the runner and a foul ball. Clay Wiesen got a jump on that, so was headed down to second base, and Gavin Miller foul ball coming back to first.
You can tell the Youngstown coach at third base is giving them that hit and run signal. They're going to have to play some aggressive ball now.
And so the pitch outside. That'll bring a 1-1 count here. And quick note here. We've got, this is the last game of the night. And
Pass ball to first base.
Pass ball to first base as P. Lynn threw over to first base to try to keep Clay Wiesen closer to the bag, but got away from him. Advances over to second base. So runner in scoring position with Gavin Miller at the plate. So Po Yu Lin, the pitcher from Taiwan. Thank you, Smart Rice, is the handle that's given us some great information about the Taiwanese team. Po Yu Lin checking his runner at second. And interesting tidbit, 7 team members, all seniors from the Taiwan team, were drafted by professional baseball teams in Taiwan. Foul ball over to first base area, and second baseman making the catch. I'm sorry, first baseman making the catch. W. Wang for out number 2. Gavin Miller, foul ball out over by the first base line. We've got Clay Wiesen still on second base, waiting to be brought home. And we've got Eric Sundgren at the plate. Right fielder, number 5, Po Yu Lin, still throwing strikes here in the bottom of the 5th. Po Yu Lin will be a senior next semester. Foul ball. Eric Sundgren now 0-2 the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Youngstown trailing by 2, 3-1. In the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, Eric Sundgren. Po Yu Lin throwing an exceptional inning.
Continues to keep these Youngstown, Ohio team off balance.
That's right. Keeps them guessing. Kept them guessing. That was a nifty little pitch there that got the batter out here in this last part of the inning. So Youngstown taking the field. Taoyuan City coming to the plate. Youngstown, Ohio, being right there at the edge of the Midwest and the Northeast. That's why some people in that area root for Pittsburgh. Some root for Cleveland. But nobody's rooting for Baker Mayfield. Oh, I had to go there, didn't I? Sorry, Baker. I know you're from Oklahoma. But we had to take a quick shot at you. Sorry about that, Baker Mayfield. True story, Bernie Kosar won a Super Bowl ring as a backup to Troy Aikman with the Dallas Cowboys. So we Texans have a connection with Bernie Kosar. He did help us get into the Super Bowl that year. Playing a substitute game for Troy Aikman and doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, stepped up to the plate.
Sure did. All right, and Smart Rice throwing some hot rice out there, saying no one roots for the Browns. And that is a fair ball right down the right field line, trying to get 2 out of it. Nice throw. And he's safe at second base.
That was close, yeah.
Kay Huang Aggressive base running. Phenomenal throw by Eric Sundgren out there, tossing it right to the shortstop. Just couldn't get the tag, got underneath it, and K. Huang knocks out a double. So we've got runner on second, no outs, top of the sixth. Number 4 coming to the plate, and number 4 is Chen Chang Yu. I'm sorry, number 4 is at the top of the order, Huang Yung Chan. Huang Yung Chan, number 4, who lays down a perfect bunt right down to third base. Pitcher Zach Herb getting off the mound quickly, throwing him out at first. But that advances the runner, K. Huang, whose name is Huang Quan Loon. Huang Quan Loon now at third base, threatening to score. Number 7 coming to the plate, Chen Chi Yu. And he drives one right up the middle, all the way out to center field. Runner will score, adding one more to the Taiwan tally. 4-1, top of the sixth, with Chen Chi Yu, RBI single, up the gut to center field. And Huang Quan Loon coming across. Aggressive base running, and Chen Chi Yu stealing second base. Swift feet on Chen Chi Yu, getting over from first base to second. Nice, healthy lead off a second, and chopper back to the mound. Zach Herb, quick check of the runner on second. Easy throw to first for out number 2. Holding the runner there at second. Nice defensive play there by Zach Herb, who turned quickly, eyeballed the runner, sent him back to second, then threw out the hitter at first base. So 2 outs here, top of the 6th. And we've got at the plate Tianzhu Che. Now, I've read the book Sun Tzu, so I knew how to pronounce the second name, but the first and last, oh my goodness.
Nice shot.
And a throw from left field, little off the mark, allows Chen to score, adding another run. And Lee Sun Che, I apologize, I'm saying Tianzhu Che driving in that RBI. And the Youngstown coach walks to the mound and makes a change, as Youngstown has given up 2 runs in the last 2 innings and now trail Taiwan 5-1. 5-1. Hung Yung Chuan, pronounced Young, right? Young Chuan, just drafted by Taiwanese pro baseball team Uni Lions in the first round.
Awesome. That's congratulations.
Fantastic talent over the Taiwanese team, and it's showing tonight because Youngstown is no slouch. They are a phenomenal team who's made the trip to Laredo year after year after year, and they've got to go through one of the toughest zones in the U.S., out there in that Northeast. And so them being here is a testament to their strength and their talent, but they have come up against the powerhouse tonight. Taiwan showing its muscle, and from what we gather, they've got some pro talent there. Left-handed pitcher coming to the mound for for Youngstown. We have M Bunch. If somebody can tell me what the M stands for in the for Mr. Bunch, we'll be happy to.
What number is it? 14.
Mark Bunch. So Mark Bunch on the mound now for Youngstown, Ohio, pitching to number three, Chen Jai Lei, number 3, with 2 outs, runner on first. Runner threatening to hop over to second. Catcher up out of his stands quickly. Loading that arm. Mark Bunch, left-hander, on the mound for Youngstown, Ohio now. Steps off. Takes a breather. Takes a look at first.
Going to first.
Going to first. Keep him honest. Keep him tied to that bag. Chen Jai Lei, L.E. at the plate, takes a ball. Count now is 3-0. Chen Jai Lei waving that stick, getting ready. Ball's high. Ball 4, and he's walking to first. Runners advance to second, so we've got runners for Taiwan on second and first. And number 6 coming to the plate. Tian Ming Loon. And again, it's going to take quite a lot of time to untwist my tongue here, because I am really struggling. But Smart Rice, thank you again for helping me with the pronunciations. Chen J. Lo was mentioned before, son of ex-pro player. So it's pronounced J. Lo Chen. J. Lo Chen. Now on first. Is that correct? Yep. And I've got at the plate number 6, Tian Ming Loon. Pop up straight up. I think the catcher's got this one. Oh, and it just moved on him and was unable to make that play. First baseman Armstrong coming over to check on him, make sure he's all right. Number 12 headed back. Clay Schaefer now, Mr. Schaefer now getting back into position. Looks like he's fine. Mark Bunch. Little high. Counts 2-2. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Taiwan 5. Youngstown 1. Oh, and he drives one over the shortstop into left center. And they get the runner at second. Great defensive play by the left fielder who ran up there, grabbed that ball, tossed it to the second baseman.
Did that last run score?
He did not cross it. He tagged him with a third out. He hadn't crossed it yet.
So fantastic throw by the left fielder to second base, pinning that runner and not allowing that run to score. We're checking on that to see if it was recorded or not, but we did have a runner cross the plate. But was it done before or after the tag? And so waiting for the umpire to signal. Did he score it? Yep, he scored it. He scored it. So now we're at 6-1. 6-1, Taiwan, Youngstown, Ohio.
He tagged him.
So we've got Youngstown, Ohio, trailing Taoyuan, Taiwan here at the bottom of the sixth, 5-1. Now I'm sorry, 6-1, 6-1. Youngstown over Taiwan, and we have Po Yulin still on the mound, who's pitched a fantastic game.
He's had a tremendous amount of support from the rest of the team. Everybody's hitting the ball good, running the bases very aggressively, and they're scoring runs. That's a job that they need to do in order to keep that pitcher nice and rested, and that's why he's doing such a good job.
That's right. That's right. And so here we go. Po Yulin still on the mound with D. Kessler at the plate. Ball outside. He's had some great run support there. That's absolutely right. Smart Rice. Great run support. And that's ball 2 to Kessler. David Kessler from Youngstown, Ohio. Oh, 3 the count. I'm sorry, 3-0 the count. 3-0 the count, and it's three runs scored in that last inning by Taoyuan City. Let's see what Youngstown can do to close that gap. Strike one. Count 3-1. David Kessler at the plate. David Kessler battling Po Yulin. Oh, inside. Almost got him at the kneecap. Walk into first base. Followed by Tyler Armstrong, who's coming up to plate. Runner on first now. David Kessler, number 12, Tyler Armstrong, coming to the plate. Left-handed batter. Bats left, and Po Yulin with the sidewinder pause mechanic. Foul ball, Tyler Armstrong. Late in the evening here, bottom of the sixth. Low and outside. 1-1 the count to Tyler Armstrong. Runner on first. No outs. Bottom of the sixth. 2-1 to Armstrong. Runners on first. And a grounder into the gap. Out to left. Shortstop making a dive to get that, and he is still down. Shortstop Huang is still down on the turf. He is rolled over. Looks to be in pain. Coach is coming out to take a look at him. Umpire walking over. Teammate from left field, Chen, is standing over him as well. We're going to pause here for a second as we watch the coach and trainer come out as they check on their shortstop, who made a valiant effort to keep that from going out into the outfield. Youngstown now with runners at first and second with Mason Syke coming to the plate. Shortstop taking a knee for a second, catching his breath. Coach headed back to the dugout. Looks like shortstop Wang will stay in. The center field, the left fielder Chen, patting him on the shoulder, giving him a little word of encouragement, getting him back up. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause if you're out there listening for the shortstop. Valiant effort. He's back on his feet, going to stay in the game. Coach is talking to the umpire. But it looks like we're going to have a change on the mound, and they're bringing in a left-handed pitcher to replace Po-Yu Lin, who had a phenomenal game, who has been keeping these Youngstown bats guessing all night long. Powerhouse hitters here at Youngstown have had a struggle with Po-Yu Lin, and now coming to the plate is Mason Syke, number 3.
Numbers.
I haven't seen it yet. Let's see. Who do we got on the mound here for Taiwan? As soon as we get his number 14. Number 14.
If I stay right there outside, do I still get it in, or I have to stay in here? Yeah, you should reach. Yeah.
So Lin, so it's going to be number 14, Lin Meng. And it's got one more going, Meng Chi. Lin Meng Chi, the pitcher now for Taiwan, left-hander. Coming in, we'll be facing Mason Syke for Youngstown, Ohio. We are at the bottom of the 6th. 6-1 the score. Taiwan over Youngstown at the moment. Runners on first and second. Tyler Armstrong and David Kessler have made it on the base. Kessler on second, Armstrong on first, and at the plate, Mason Syke with Lin Meng Che on the mound. Swing and a miss by Mason Syke. Strike 1. No outs. Bottom of the 6th. Runners on second and first. And a chopper to second. They work to do a double play, and it gets away from the first baseman. Runner will score. Runner out at second. Batter advances to second. And we do have a score. Mason Syke knocking the ball to second base. Second baseman tossing to short, and we get an out at second. Throw gets away from the first baseman. Mason Syke advanced to second, and we have a score with David Kessler coming across the plate. So now 6-2 Youngstown with one out, runner on second, and we have Colton Schaefer, the catcher, now at the plate. Foul ball, strike 1 for for Colton Schaefer. It's getting late in the day. Swing and a miss by Colton Schaefer. Strike 2. Again, we've got one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on second base. One run scored already, David Kessler. Tyler Armstrong on second. With Colton Schaefer at the plate. Lin Meng Chi pitching for Taiwan, replacing Po-Yu Lin, who had a phenomenal 5 innings. Swing and miss, strike 3 for Colton Schaefer. Out number 2 for Youngstown, with the runner still left at second. Mason Syke stranded there at second base, waiting to come home, with Andrew Marcelo, the center fielder, coming to the plate. Number 1, Andrew Marcelo. And thank you to our friends over at GameStream, Game Changer, for helping us get that corrected, making sure we called the right names, the right number. Nice save by our friends over at Game Changer. Andrew Marcelo at the plate. Umpire at home checking in on the first base ump to see if he went around. Did not. Pitch was a ball. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Foul ball. Andrew Marcelo falling behind on the count here. 1-2. With Lin Meng Chi on the mound. Coming in relief of Po Yu Lin. So at the plate, Andrew Marcelo, number 1, the center fielder for Youngstown. Swing and a miss. And that retires a side for Youngstown. And so now we come to the last frame of the night for the game. Inning number 7, with Taoyuan City leading Youngstown, Ohio, 6-2. 6-2. Mark. Who's my pitcher here is Mark. All right, Mark Bunch. Mark Bunch on the mound for Youngstown, with Colton Schaefer catching for him. So, in keeping with baseball tradition, I'm going to stand up and take a 7th inning stretch.
Arruga time.
And we're back live. Here we go. With Mark Bunch pitching for Youngstown, Ohio. And with Hugh Meng Chi, who is at the plate, number 2. 6-2 Taiwan over Youngstown, Ohio. Top of the 7th. And it has been a long day. This is game number 5 for us today. 13th game of the World Series. Mark Bunch pitching for Youngstown, Ohio. And we're going to have to keep the count here manually. Our Game Changer feed has slowed down a little bit. And that's a strike. Mark Bunch tossing to Hugh Meng Chi, who is the catcher for Taiwan. And a solid shot to shortstop Nice hard throw. Exceptional job by Tyler Armstrong, stretching his tall frame as far as it could go to keep that ball from going over, and then keeping that foot on the bag. Fantastic defensive play by Tyler Armstrong at first. David Kessler with the cannon for an arm over there at shortstop, tossing it with all he's got. And who, the catcher,
What number is it?
right? It was,
That's a batter.
right. And so the batter now is number 11, Wang Wei Loon. Wang Wei Loon. The count is 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here at the top of the 7th. Count 1-1, 1 out. Strike 2 to Lu Tung Han. 1 out. Number 11, Wang Wei at the plate. Wang Wei Loon. Number 11, for those guys listening in at Game Stream, number 11, Wang Wei Loon, walked to first base. Mark Bunch walking his first batter here. Coach from Youngstown coming out to have a nice conversation with Mark Bunch. Catcher Colton Schaefer headed that way. And we're going to make another pitching change here. Number 8 coming to the mound. Mason Syke coming to the mound to pitch for Youngstown, Ohio. Number 8, replacing Mark Bunch. And so Lou moves on to first. And number 5, Wang, I believe, is coming up to the plate as Mason Syke begins to warm up. Bring a little bit of heat with him. Huang Quan Loon, number 5, will be our batter, facing Mason Syke, who is coming in relief of Mark Bunch. Ladies and gentlemen who are still following us from Youngstown, Ohio, or places out there in the Midwest on the edge of the Northeast, or folks that are following San Antonio and Houston and Taiwan who are checking in on the game, we've got a score 6-2 here at the top of the 7th with Taiwan leading Youngstown, Ohio, Taoyuan City. Stacked full of talent, as is Youngstown. Youngstown's got a couple D1 players and a couple D2 players going. But it sure looks like Taiwan has had a great night tonight as they are hanging on to a 6-2 lead over Youngstown. But Youngstown has been known to power back. They've been here before, and they are repeat returners to the tournament, having come to the World Series at least 3 of the last 4 years. And so here we go. Mason Sykes facing off with the batter from Taiwan. Little heat coming from Mason Sykes as he pitches to Huang Quan Loon, number 5 for Taoyuan City. Ball 2 to Kwan Loon, to Huang Kwan Loon. Huang with the foul ball. Huang knocking that over the net into the bleachers. Mason Sykes. 2-1 the count. 1 out. Runner on first. Who is going to second. Look at that arm on the catcher. Nicely thrown. Didn't come out of his stance. Got it all the way to second base. No problem. Just a little off the mark. Speedy runner, T. Lou, motoring over to second base and now stretching himself out a little bit there. Mason Sykes throwing some heat. Walks the batter, Huang, who now joins T. Lou on base. Runners on second and first. Number 4 coming to the plate. Huang Yung Chan. Huang Yung Chan coming to the plate. Left-handed hitter facing Mason Sykes for Youngstown, Ohio. Inside. Close. Gave him a little brush inside there. Colton Schaefer going out to talk to Mason Sykes. Huang Yung Chan, number 4 at the plate for Taiwan. Runners on second and first. The count 2-0, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Late into the night here in Laredo, Texas, Veterans Field, home of Laredo Independent School District's high school teams. Little low, and he walks him. So bases are loaded. Mason Sykes walking the last 2 batters. 1 out. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th. Taiwan looking to extend its lead. 6-2 over Youngstown. With number 7 at the plate. Number 7, Chen Chi-Yu. Ball outside to Chen Chi-Yu. Sykes struggling to find that strike zone. Little outside. Thought that one got the corner. You can see his frustration a little bit. Little low. Ball 3. The count. With number 7, Chen Chi-Yu at the plate. And a strike. 3-1 the count. 1 out, bases loaded. Strike 2. Full count, bases loaded. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th. Mason Sykes throws it high and outside, walks his 3rd batter in a row, bringing in a run, extending the lead for Taiwan 7-2, with number 8 coming up to the plate, left-handed batter, Tien Zhu Che at the plate. T10. Strike, little heat coming with that one. Mason Sykes trying to close out the inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. T10 at the plate. Ball outside. Mason Sight trying to get the door closed here to keep any more runs from coming, keep them in striking distance. And a strike. Nice fastball inside, up a little. Tien missed it. And a grounder to second. And they turn the double play. Ending the inning, but damage done as Taiwan extends its lead over Youngstown with the bottom of the seventh, last frame coming. Youngstown looking to rally to stay alive here. And so we go to the bottom of the seventh with Taiwan leading 7-2 with the last frame. It's 10:30 here in Laredo, Texas. What time is it in Taoyuan City, Taiwan? We know Youngstown, Ohio, you're probably on the same time we are, or you're 1 hour ahead of us, 11:30. Depends whether you want to claim the Midwestern title or the Northeastern, which time zone you're in, because we know you don't want to claim Baker Mayfield. I had to go there, didn't I? One more time. For all my friends from UT who continuously scream at my Oklahoma friends, this is the seventh inning. Oh, the score is 7-2. I do believe that last run did not cross the plate in time. They did turn it fast enough to get them done. But I don't know that. I will confirm that with our folks over at Game Changer, game streaming from outside of this area remotely. 7-2. 7-2. 7-2 unless Game Changer tells me otherwise, as they are updating the scores remotely. Foul ball from number 4, Clay Wiesen. And so as it gets late into the night, midnight bell rings for Cinderella here at Youngstown, Ohio. 7-2. They're trying to keep their win streak alive. High fly ball, shallow, shortstop making the catch. Ling Meng Chi, a junior with Taiwan on the mound, trying to end the night for his Taoyuan City, Taiwan team. Lin Meng Chi winding up, left-hander, and he throws it right inside, but it's a ball. We've got one out. One out here in the bottom of the seventh. Number 2, Ty Kammerer, trying to get something started for Youngstown, Ohio. And he knocks one deep into left. And that is over the fence.
Home run.
Ty Kammerer adding 1 run to Youngstown, Ohio, boosting their hopes to continue on this win streak. Ty Kammerer with a long dinger over left center field. That one had some smoke to it as it was going over the fence.
Line shot.
Long shot, and now we've got 7-3. 1 out. Bottom of the seventh. Number 10 coming to the plate. Gavin Miller Gavin Miller looking to add some runs here, get on base, keep his team's chances alive, while Lin Ming Chi is trying to close the door on those hopes. Here at the bottom of the 7th in Laredo, Texas, Veterans Field. Ball outside. Gavin Miller patiently watching. Lin Ming Chi trying to end the night. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Count 1-1. Gavin Miller looking to get on base, keep the rally alive, and strike two. Lin Ming Chi doing his very best to keep Gavin Miller off the bases and close out the evening here. Throws another ball. Count 2-2, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Taiwan leading 7-3. Thanks for all the folks who've stayed and watched the game, engaged with us. Foul ball. Gavin Miller fouling that over the netting here over into the bleachers. Lin Ming Chi on the mound, battling Gavin Miller to try to close the night. And a sharp drive to third and a nice throw. Out number 2. 1 out remaining. The Taiwan leading 7-3. Number 5, Eric Sundgren, who's had a great defensive night playing in that right field, is at the plate trying to keep his team's hopes alive, keep that winning streak going. 7-3, bottom of the 7th, Taiwan ahead. High and inside to Sundgren, Eric Sundgren. Lin Ming Chi, little low, ball 2, 2-0 the count, 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 7th, trailing 3-7, Eric Sundgren trying to keep his Youngstown, Ohio team winning streak alive here. Inside. Right underneath the extended arms of Eric Sundgren. Jump back in the batter's box to keep from getting hit. Lin Ming Chi trying to get his 3rd out and close the evening. And that's a strike. 3-1 the count. 2 outs. Nobody on. It is the bottom of the 7th, last frame, last out of Lin Ming Chi can close it out. Eric Sundgren's not having any of it. Foul ball to keep alive. High, ball 4. We've got a runner on with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. And here comes our next batter, David Kessler, number 6. Kessler scored earlier in the 6th, crossing home plate. after a double, got him home. And now we've got David at the plate trying to get an RBI, get on base, and keep his team's hopes alive. Strike. Lin Ming Chi. What a day. 5 games. Game 13 of the World Series here. Youngstown versus Taiwan. David Kessler taking a hard swing at that. Two outs. 0-2 count. Runner on first. Bottom of the 7th. Down by 4. Youngstown, Ohio. David Kessler. Foul ball. Trying to keep his team's dream alive here. David Kessler battling Lin Ming Chi. Pitching for Taiwan in relief of Po Yu Lin, who had a fantastic game. And that is high into center field. Center fielder coming in, T10. And that will do it for tonight. 7-3 Taoyuan City, Taiwan, besting Youngstown, Ohio, 7-3. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to all the sponsors who made this possible. Everyone from the City of Laredo, Convention and Visitors Bureau, Webb County, UISD, LISD, all our sponsors, La Posada, Advanced Spine, Blue Top, Liquid, Andy's Mobility, Rotex, Truck Center, Sunbelt Air Conditioning, Whitworth Cigarroa, Line Decker Construction, Playmore. All our friends, Madison Avenue Agency, who was taking care of the Bronco World Series out at M.E. Benavides, live streaming to Facebook. Thank you to them, Jacob and his great crew. Thank you to the folks over at Pony for their help. And thank you to my team, Marisol, Andrea, Carla, who's not here and abandoned us for the day. We'll put that on the record. And Isabel, Bella Rosales, who took the night off, will be joining us tomorrow as part of the crew. Shout out to my business partner in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, who is out there working remotely. Thank you to our friends Hector Esparza from Pony, who is running the Game Changer. Yes, I threw him under the bus half a dozen times tonight, but we enjoyed having him up here with us. And no, I don't know how to run the scoreboard yet. All I can do is change the names.
And you certainly want to congratulate the Youngstown, Ohio team. Did a great job. They hung in there. They never gave up.
That's right.
And we want to congratulate the parents for the tremendous support they give those kids.
That is right. And they are a great team, tremendous amount of talent. Thank you to the Taiwanese team with their traditional bow at the end of the game to their supporters or fans and to all those who are watching. What a great, disciplined team. Played great baseball tonight. Po Yu Lin kept the batters from Youngstown guessing. It was a hard night for the Youngstown, Ohio team, but they will be back. They are going to battle all the way up from that bracket to see if they can make it into the championship game. But we've got more Pony action still to come tomorrow. First game is at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then we've got championship games on Monday. 11. First game is 11? Yes, first game is 11. I'm sorry. First game is 11. For all of us who get up early to go to church, you got plenty of time to do that. Grab yourself a taco. Come down to Veterans Field and watch a game here, or go down to M.E. Benavides Sports Complex and catch a Bronco game there. Watching from home, don't forget to tune in to YouTube at Laredo Pony to watch the game. Download the app so you can get the updates, notifications. And my director's there going, kind of wrap it up here. You're burning daylight here. We got to go home. We're tired, and you're paying for all this. So good night. Thank you for everyone who joined us. Have a great evening. We will see you again back here tomorrow.